Hey folks, how are you all doing? I hope you're well. This is going to be a quick video, just to keep up with the timing. In 2024, we've had various news about what Windows is becoming, Microsoft's announcements regarding not fixing bugs, customers who migrated to Windows 11 returning to Windows 10, and now people alarmed by Copilot's privacy invasion. And as someone who has been in this discussion for a long time, I see the same arguments once again, the classic video saying, if Microsoft keeps doing this, I'll switch to Linux. And this video is about that. As you can see from the title, no, you won't leave Windows. Who am I to say this? It's simple, I'm a user of Linux, FreeBSD, and Hackintosh. My first personal computer was a Connectiva Linux, as I've mentioned countless times on this channel, and from an early age, I've been fascinated by alternative ways of using computers. For me, the beauty of computers has always been about finding new, better, more efficient, and fun ways to do things on the machine. So, I'm not a newcomer to Linux, FreeBSD, macOS, or Windows. As a long-time, let's say, advanced user, this discourse isn't new to me. Where am I going with this? Well, I was using Linux when everyone complained about Windows Vista's incompatibilities. I witnessed the complaints about how Microsoft ruined Windows 7 by turning it into a mobile system and calling it Windows 8. I also remember the gripes about Windows 10 telemetry. So, this isn't my first rodeo, it's not the first time I've seen people treat Linux as an alternative, a fallback, a safe space in case Microsoft doesn't align with our whims. Let's start with the basics. Microsoft is one of the largest companies in the world. Even if all of you who create videos complaining about Windows were to switch away today, Microsoft's financial loss would be close to zero. Why? Because even if you buy a laptop with a Windows license, it doesn't matter what you do with your system afterward, the revenue has already been generated by Microsoft. I've seen people say, one day I'll switch when my hardware is supported. Well, today, almost everything works out of the box, and the numbers have hardly changed. Then there are those who say, one day I'll switch when there's a traditional interface that's easy to use. We had Ubuntu, and now Mint, but the numbers haven't shifted significantly. Next, there are those who claim, one day, when I can game on Linux, I'll leave Windows for good. Enter DXVK, Proton, yet the numbers remain relatively unchanged. And now, the same scenario, if Microsoft introduces this Copilot. Well, I can say this now, you won't do anything. You'll stick with your Windows, complaining in the hope that you'll somehow have enough influence to make Windows something that, let's be honest, it never truly was. And when I say this, I'm not speaking as a frustrated Linux fan. Quite the opposite. Look at how wonderful and straightforward the landscape is for those who've always dreamed of using macOS. Projects like OpenCore allow you to create a reliable macOS loader with just a few clicks, even on unsupported hardware, with hardware acceleration. Want me to go further? Simple, consider alternatives like GhostBSD, which make the entire FreeBSD installation process no more complex than installing Linux Mint. What I mean is that there are several YouTubers claiming to switch, but I don't see any significant change in Linux numbers, nor do I see it in macOS or FreeBSD numbers. Of all those who made this type of video, none of them posted a second video of the computer running Linux Mint, Sonoma, or FreeBSD natively. It's all talk and no action. You like Windows, you continue to use Windows, you continue to use Microsoft services and other software, regardless of what Microsoft pushes on you, and that's okay. But as a long-time user, I've seen this before, and nothing has changed. I haven't seen these same people actually switch to Linux or any other alternative. I'm just a bit bothered by people making sensationalistic videos with no purpose other than clickbait. Let's be honest, if you wanted to switch, you would have done it already. Stop deceiving your audience.